Brian Goodman, Chief Executive Officer of the Golden Matrix Group. Thank you so much for joining us here. How are you doing?
Pretty good, thanks, Michael.
Excellent. Brian, it's a pleasure to have you here. You recently reported record revenues exceeding $9 million in Golden Matrix's third fiscal that ended July 31st. It's particularly impressive, obviously, in light of the global fears of economy slowing and an unfavorable exchange rate with the strong dollar right now. A lot of turbulent conditions in the market. But start off by telling us what trends or improvements you are seeing in GMGI's core B2B business, especially with the gaming operators that might have contributed to these results thus far.
So, Michael, I guess where do I start? 9 million in quarterly revenues is only one part of it. We obviously a little unique in that we are a profitable company and we have a very strong balance sheet without any debt. And so that obviously enables us to do a whole load of things as well. In answer to your question, we have two components of our business now. We have a B2B business and we have a B2C business. Our B2B business has been going for a long time, and it focuses on building online casinos for operators, and that's a large component of what Golden Matrix does. And obviously, in today's climate, not only in gaming, in any type of retail facing institutions, if you don't have an online presence, you're pretty much a dinosaur, and you probably won't survive. And so, particularly in gaming, recently with COVID and the shutdown of their hotels, most gaming companies have some type of strategy to either go online or they're already online, and that gives them an ability to expand their business and also to de-risk some sort of shutdown again. We have over 500 unique casino brands on our systems right now, so it's a fairly large amount of unique casinos, and also we support over 7 million players. We could have at any one time maybe 500,000 players online playing, and it may not seem like huge numbers, but to support those kind of numbers is a big ask. On the B2C side, we recently acquired a raffle ticket type business in the UK and Ireland, and what it does is it actually puts up high value items like motor vehicles. Recently we had a Lamborghini. I think we got a Ferrari coming out this week. We have daily draws on these motor vehicles. We have other high value items. We have even TVs, technology items. We have even a holiday home. We put these items up. We then have a draw, and then people win these items or take a cash alternative to the item. And that business we bought recently, I think we bought it at a 0.5 times revenue and 4 times multiple, and it's performed really well. It's now accounting for probably half of our revenues. It has somewhere around 500,000 players in the system. Every month it generates about 50,000 new players, and we sell somewhere around 2.5 million raffle tickets every quarter. And the beauty of that business is that we buy those players at around £2.50 on average is what it costs us to acquire a player. And some casinos are getting players for $700. And we were able to acquire these players at a very low point. And then even on the first purchase, these players pay for themselves. So all in all, we can ramp this thing up if we're paying only £2.50 and they're paying for themselves on the first purchase. And then from then onwards, everything is profit for us. And then we can take these players, as well as what we envisage now is taking these players and putting them into other gaming products, soft gaming products such as like bingo, maybe slots. And so we're actively looking for some additional acquisitions to help us monetize these players. And so that's pretty much where we're at. And all parts of our business are growing and performing really well.
Outstanding. Now, a key ingredient of the success of Golden Matrix has been the management of customer acquisition and customer retention, which you just talked about. Both of those have been major challenges for most other gaming companies, considering the current environment. Can that be maintained as you guys accelerate your growth and you continue to move your operations forward?
Yeah, so like I say, we landed ourselves in a market where people are looking to go online. So it's not as if we have to chase these customers down. We get approached uh, by call them bricks and mortar land-based operators all the time that want to go online, and so we're able to build these environments for them and support them and make money from them. So that's an ongoing capability for the company to generate more revenues and make more profits. But on the B2C side, as I mentioned, we got a very unique way of acquiring players. And it's going back to the principle, if you're paying more for the player than you're getting from him, well, then you've got serious problems. And I don't want to mention names, but if you look out on some of the American operators, they're burning hundreds of millions of dollars because once you get into a position where those players cost more to buy than they're generating, it becomes toxic to a certain degree. So the more you buy, the more you lose, and that's really not a position you want to be in. And it may be that the strategy is to get market share, but the problem is once you cut back on acquiring the players, which is toxic, then what happens is those revenues start dropping. So right now their revenues may be going up, but their profits are going up. I mean, their losses are going up, sorry. But once you cut back on the acquisition, then your revenues go down. And so it's a very challenging scenario for them. But in answer to your question, we're very conservative in how we operate this company. Our expense structure is like I say, we have no debt and it's a very controlled environment. We have a very strong balance sheet, and we continue to acquire players at a very low rate and generate good returns from those players. And there's no particular reason why we wouldn't continue to build that out. And also, we have been granted a permit to operate in Mexico. We're about to launch a B2C business in Mexico, and on top of that, we're going to launch the B2C business, the raffle ticket business in other regions in the world as well.
Understood. Now, Brian, last question for you in just 30 seconds here. A key takeaway for investors to know over the next 6 months. What should we be keeping an eye out for from Golden Matrix?
Well, hopefully it's going to be some accretive acquisitions. So we've told the market we're out there, we're looking, we're going to potentially acquire things that are accretive, as in profitable and synergistic to what we do. So things that can deliver other value to other components of our business and that are generating positive cash. We would never enter into deals that obviously are burning capital because it's not the culture of the business, but we would build this business and scale it up by acquiring other profitable business, such as we did with our Kings, and we're looking right now at finding, looking to find some of those type of businesses.
Wonderful. Brian Goodman, Chief Executive Officer of Golden Matrix. A lot happening right now for you guys. Congratulations on the growth and looking forward to talking again soon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Michael. Talk to you soon.